All right, we're going to be talking about effective list building blueprint to help you unleash a mountain of profit for years to come. What we're going to be covering in this training, we're going to be talking about how to use your own affiliate program to list build. We're going to be talking about exit pop-ups, reverse opt-in forms, buying ad space direct from webmasters, nested squeeze page on your blog, a telefriend script, one of my favorites, integrated cross promotion. This is one that I use strongly. I recommend this for everybody. Viral PDF reports, affiliate list cross promotions, and product launches. And we will be talking about that. I added product launches in here today because that is something that is really, really important. And it's probably the #1 method of list building. All right, to get started here on this training, we're going to be talking about your own affiliate program. So another way to generate red hot quality leads is by having your own affiliate program. Now I'm going to tell you that mainly the things that I like to use to generate leads are used through the Rapid Action Profit script. I know that a lot of people in recent days that you've probably seen now have moved on to other scripts such as the warriorplus.com, WSO Pro, jvzoo.com is something that's really big right now and very effective, or digiresults.com that kind of came out in the last couple of years and stuff that's a lot of people will use for their affiliate programs. But myself, I like the trusty old Rapid Action Profit. Right now I believe, and don't quote me on this, but because I didn't look this up, but I believe it costs like $197 for the script, whereas when I bought it, it was for something like $297 plus when I got it. So it has come down in price, but it is something that is available out there. Some of these other things are free to use. You just got to create an account if you can't afford something like that. And I'll kind of explain it a little bit why I like this script so much though. It's always being updated, so it's not out of date with technology or anything. But the reason why I like Rapid Action Profit over the others is kind of twofold. For one, I only have to pay a fee one time to use it. So I pay my, $197, whatever it is right now for the script, and I use it over and over and over. Now, a lot of these other sites that we mentioned, you may not have an upfront fee, so you don't have to pay the $197 or whatever the fee is up front, but they take out fees out of every sale so that you end up paying a lot more than you would pay with that one-time fee to Rapid Action Profits. So basically, some of these other ones, like jvzoo.com, some of these other ones, every sale that you make, it's going to take out a fee. So say you have a product that is a $17 product, you would make the fee on that would be, I think would be like about 85 cents that would come out of that. So as you can see that using some of these other scripts and stuff, although they're good to get started with if you don't have that upfront cost, over the long haul, it's going to be a little bit more costly and stuff because they are going to take out fees over the generation of all of your sales that you make. Or there may be like on WSO Pro, you have to pay a fee every time you want to start a WSO with. So some of these things, you start a WSO and you have to pay for every WSO you set up. If you want to bump your WSO, I think it's $40, something like that, to bump them and stuff. So there's fees that occur with these other scripts as well. I'd rather have a script like Rapid Action Profit so I can use it over and over and over. Now, this is my personal opinion and my preference, and I know some of the other guys out there really feel the same way. Also, I think there's a lot of wisdom in what I'm about to tell you with Rapid Action Profit versus the other solutions. The other solutions are like affiliate networks. So when you're recruiting affiliates to actually promote your product, they may end up promoting someone else's product, but with Rapid Action Profits, you have complete control over that situation. So once you show people your affiliate program, there's only one option to promote you. Therefore, whenever I launch a product on Rapid Action Products, the bottom of the screen, I have a link that says affiliates make 100% commissions. A lot of these things here that we're talking about are great for doing 100% commissions on the front end. Rapid Action Profit is the same way. The only difference is that I'm controlling whose products and what products they're seeing. So instead of going into JVZoo where there's just, tons of products for them, I get them there, and then they start, searching through it, and they might find something else that maybe somebody they consider a bigger marketer, or something that sounds a little bit better for them to promote or something. While they're looking through all of them, you might end up losing them as an affiliate. So basically, they click there and then they sign up for my affiliate program through through Rapid Action Profits. They can now get their link and they can sell the product. Now, if I use the other programs, like I said, I have a link at the bottom that says sign up here to promote my product, and then they go to the other affiliate networks and they probably end up promoting some other product that they find. Now, maybe they'll get lost, trying in that sea of products, trying to find mine. Then they give up and not promote any product at all. So the best kind of affiliate program that attracts affiliates is to have an instant PayPal commission affiliate program like the ones that I've been talking about. With these other programs, you can give away 100% commission, which is really attractive on the front end to affiliates. And then you can give a 50% commission on the one-time offer, for example. Now, you're not making any money off the front end sales, but you are attracting affiliates that you don't have to ethically bribe much to promote for you. If you're giving away 100% commission, in my mind, you're not going to owe any other affiliates back for promoting you because you gave away 100% commission. A lot of affiliates and stuff, it's like if I promote you, if they promote my product, then they feel that I owe them. Whereas if I'm giving them 100% commission, I don't really feel like I'm owing them anything because they're making all the commission off the front end. Of course, you want to make sure that you've got the back end set up like we've discussed before, so that you are profiting from this. Instead of just building a list, you're also profiting. So maybe you give away a 50% commission on the back end. You can also use something like ClickBank, but you can't give away 100% commission from ClickBank. Usually with ClickBank, you go 75% and stuff because they do not allow 100% commission. So a lot of times it's easier to attract some of these affiliates if you're giving away 100% commission and it's going to PayPal. It's getting an instant PayPal commission to them, so they're not waiting for their affiliate commissions. It just makes it more attractive to them to actually come and promote instead of getting caught up in waiting for their affiliate check, at the end of 30 days when the refunds are done or whatever. So it's really benefits both parties very well. So even though you're not making money on your front end sales, the leads that you get right away are going to be red hot buying leads. And that's what makes this really, really good. Even though you're giving away 100% commission, even though that you're not making a lot on the front end, you got to remember that these are buying leads. These are people who have bought the product now. They are on your list. They have opened up their wallet, took out their credit card, and put in the numbers, and they went through with the sale, and you've got them on your list now, a bunch of buyers. Now your job is to take them through your product funnel to make sure that that you're starting to profit as well. Another way to add about a 10% opt-in rate to any website you have is by adding an exit pop-up script. Now, you've probably seen these, and they're pretty annoying to a lot of people. I'm pretty sure that you've seen it when you went to one sales page or even somebody's blog or whatever, their website, where you've tried to exit their page and immediately a pop-up occurs. Sometimes you're not even trying to exit their page. You're just, it senses that you're moving and trying to go to click to something else, and you'll get this pop-up. A lot of people find they're annoying, but you do capture a good 10% of the people that show up to your website, and that's well worth annoying a few other people. Now you can get a good exit pop-up script and stuff if you go to exitsplash.com. That's exitsplash.com, and you'll be able to get a good exit splash, good exit pop-up. What it will be is when someone tries to leave the page, a pop-up will come up that says, here's a quick chance to get this freebie or whatever ad you want. This can add 10% more opt-in rate to your page or to any website that you send traffic to. So in my mind, this is very worth doing. And if you don't have something like this, you're missing, just stop and think. If you've got 40% of the people come into your squeeze page and some of them try to leave, and you can get an extra 10% and boost that up to that you just got 50% of the people coming to your page. You know, that to me is really worth it. All right, actually, depending on how aggressive you want to be, you can have multiple exit pop-ups that lead to different squeeze pages. So first you do an exit pop-up directing towards your squeeze page for front end offer that pops up once. And if they don't take that offer, have a squeeze page that pops up for another offer. If they don't take that offer, then another squeeze will pop up for another offer. So it will be like 3 squeeze pages popping up in a row for different offers. So you know, maybe they don't, if they don't, one doesn't please them or whatever, you've got another opportunity where they try to click off of that one and you get another one. You've seen this done several times where you've tried to leave a page and it goes, wait, and you say, no, I don't want to stay here. And it's, again, it's like, wait, here, you know, what about this offer? So it's basically giving them several different options to try to get them to at least bite and put in that name and email. You'll be surprised at how many leads that added onto the product launchers list from using this method. Now just think about this. The first squeeze page pops up and they get 10% opt-in rate on that. They've just got 10% of the traffic to sign up to their list. But if they don't take that, another one pops up and they get maybe 7% on that. Well, that's an extra 7% tacked on now. If they don't take that one and they see the third squeeze page, then maybe 5%, you know, opts into that list, and altogether you've got, you know, what 22% of the people getting on your sales page or site opting into your list. That's almost as good as a decent converting squeeze page when you really stop and think about it. A lot of people squeeze pages that if they don't really work hard at them, if they're not really trying to get them to convert, usually are probably only in the 15-20% range at the most. So you know, so that you're right up there, you know, by using this method, what a lot of people that are really not trying at all. You know, so it takes 22% from a lot of different ad sources, depending on that source. But I will tell you this, that I believe exit pop-ups are getting less effective over time because they've been used so much. It's kind of similar to what we call ad blindness, where people just they expect them and they just, you know, click out of them, they just keep clicking, and they don't look, where they don't see your ads anymore and stuff. So what will likely happen is that people will stop using exit pop-ups and then wait a little while, and then they'll start using them again, and they will be just as effective as they were before. Now that's my prediction, and that happens to a lot of things where trends and tactics basically come and go in this business. Tactics will be working well, then they stop working as well as they were, and everyone kind of stops using them, and then someone starts using them again and talking about how profitable it is to use, and all of a sudden everybody's using it again. And that's just kind of how this business works, where methods that we were using back in maybe 2007, or maybe using right now that are really working well, might become a little bit less effective. We've stopped using them. I've seen a lot of different methods and stuff that were used back in 2007 starting to come back into play now, where that, you know, for a while there, they weren't even being used or were not effective at all. So, and that's kind of what it is. When people get used to one thing, you know, they know how the system works, they know the ways around it and stuff, and pretty soon it's just like ad blindness, where you can go to somebody's site and you just totally ignore everything there except what you're going there for. But most of these things will come back around. I believe that exit pop-ups will probably get to be a little bit less effective over time. They're still very effective right now. I encourage you to use them, but watch for them because they might start getting a little effective. If your conversions start dropping stuff, don't worry about it. I believe they'll really come back. All right, next we're going to be talking about the reverse opt-in form. Another way to generate about 10% of your website traffic to your list on a sales page is using a reverse opt-in form. This is where someone clicks on your add to cart button, and I'm sure you've seen this before. When you click on that add to cart or order now button, and then you have a page between the sales page. So once you click on that, you're taken to another page that's between that sales page and the order form. So basically what you're doing it's basically the page in between will be like step 1 of 2, where I'm sure you've seen where you've hit that order button and you've taken to a page that says, this is step 1 of 2. Basically, you're just confirming that indeed you're ready to order and stuff. And it's basically adding your name, asking for name and email and stuff. And that's basically all it's asking for. So it's a confirmation of order. It's basically putting them on your list at that point. So at the top it will say step 1 of 2, order confirmation. Then they'll have to put in their email address to continue. This is a reverse opt-in page. You want to grab the email list here so that everyone who buys your product, you already have them on your list. Also, the people who chicken out on your product, you'll have them on your list as well. So they've went through this process right now. They're on your list. Everybody does not go through with the order. They get that, all of a sudden they get that feeling, it's like, man, maybe I just shouldn't do this and stuff. And they choose to, exit the page before they actually go through with the order. So now you have them on your page. So you'll have them on that list where they're also a very high quality subscriber to have on your list, that almost buy. They're not quite as good as that buying lead, but they were almost buyers. But for some reason, that they just decided that they were going to chicken out of it. So you might find that the majority of people who actually opt into that form won't even order, but you'll end up generating a lot of subscribers from your sales page by doing that. So now you can see how all, these leads will add up if you're promoting to a squeeze page or a sales page using all the factors that we're talking about here. Because if you're getting 22% opt-in rates from doing exit pop-ups and you're getting 10% from doing reverse opt-in forms, then you're generating an extra 33% of people to your subscriber list during any given launch. That's something to think about, because when you have all of these affiliates hammering your page, a lot of their traffic might not want to buy the product that you have, but there will be people who buy products that you may be able to sell something else to later on as an affiliate or as your own product. Remember, once you get them on to your list, you have the opportunity to do better pre-selling to them. You have your follow-up series that you have to send out to them. So there's plenty of other opportunities to really convert them over to a buyer. Maybe it's just building that relationship is all they're looking for. They didn't quite trust you yet. So it gives you that opportunity to really sink your teeth in a little bit deeper and get that sale from them. And you can just work on that same thing that they just chickened out of. All you have to do is give them a little bit more information, do a little bit better pre-selling, maybe give some more testimonials or get them on a webinar or whatever it takes to actually make that sale. All right, this next one we're going to be talking about is buying ad space direct from webmasters. That's buying ad space direct from webmasters. This can be done as easily as going to different webmasters who have, say, something like a forum in your market and asking how much it would cost to run an ad on top of their page. Now, first of all, you're going to ask them and ask, how much is your AdSense ad making you on a daily basis? So if they have AdSense on their page and you notice this, you're going to want to ask them the question, how much is your AdSense ad making you on a daily basis? Chances are you're going to have more money to spend than they're making on this ad from AdSense. So they say, well, I'm generating 200 people to my site every day, but I'm only making $3 in AdSense per day. Well, if you had an ad that has a 10% click-through rate, then you can generate those people to your page for the same amount of money or more. So tell them that you want to take a test run on their page for advertising their ad in place of their Google ad. And this is why I like this a little bit, because this basically gives you a way to do a test run. You can pay them by PayPal, and with a deal like this, will you run this ad on a 1 day and we'll see how much money I make. And you'll give them like $5 instead of the $3 he makes from AdSense, for example. So basically, he's already profiting more than he would off of that AdSense. Then you see what happens when you run your ad on their site for that day and see how many opt-ins you get, how much in sales and commissions you make from your sales funnel, and this will determine whether it's profitable or not. You want to make sure that this is going to be profitable for you. A lot of people, will do things and they won't really do a lot of testing or tracking and stuff, and they're just spending a lot of money without making any kind of profit. This kind of makes sure that you can test run and make sure that things are profitable. Now, if it is profitable, then you can say, well, I would like to rent that ad space from you on a monthly basis. So now instead of just that one-time thing or a week or whatever, you're going to rent it for a monthly basis for the rest of this month for X amount of dollars, or whatever is equivalent to $5 a day or whatever you're testing. So you could find out, exactly if you can go a little higher than $5 a day, great. But if he's already only making 3 and you're making him 5 now, he's probably going to like this offer. You just times it by 30, 31 days for that month. That's how much you're going to offer him to rent that space on basically on his site. Now, if you go to some really busy forum, for example, and you do the same thing, and if we're talking about bigger numbers here, maybe you will do a $50 test run for one day. You measure the results and see what happens, and if it works out well, then what you need to do is tell them you want to run an ad that month for X amount of dollars. It works the same, only you got a lot more traffic, so you're probably going to have to spend a little bit more money to actually get your ad put out there for him to give it a try. That's traffic you don't have to touch. That's just autopilot traffic hitting your page. You can run it on a weekly basis or anything that you can afford, but the point is these webmasters want to make more money on their sites because they're probably not making as much as you can give them using the advertising that they're already running. They're making they're making more money most likely than their ads were from the AdSense. Actually, in the internet marketing space, you can go to a place like the warriorforum.com. Excuse me. He has an option to run an ad at the top of the forum for $100 a day. So if you went to warriorforum.com, you will see an ad up there, and it costs like $100 a day. And they run something like 8 different spaces on there a day, and yours would rotate with 8 different advertisers. That's a good way to test something in the internet marketing niche. If you want to test an ad out and see how internet marketers would respond before you go and promote something on internet marketing, then use the tactic of contacting vendors and webmasters directly, and you could run a $100 ad and see what happens. So chances are you could get at least 100 clicks, $100 worth of clicks for traffic, or you may get 50 to 100 opt-ins. You get one sale at $100 that makes you break even, or maybe you get 2 sales at $50. So you're paying $100 a day, so you want to make sure that you're monetizing this. Maybe it's for a free offer that we talked about that you're given. So you want to make sure that you're going to be profiting or at least breaking even to pay for this while you're doing your list building. You never know what's going to happen with these things. You never know until you try, but what I like about this media buying approach is that it's very easy traffic that you don't have to work toward. You just have to monitor your metrics. The Warrior Forum gets tons and tons, I mean thousands and thousands of people eyeballs on in that forum every single day, and they're going to be seeing your ad when they pop into warriorforum.com. There's your ad, and it rotates throughout the day and stuff. You're going to get a ton of traffic to that, and you don't even have to lift a finger to get the traffic. You just got to spend some money. Make sure you got it monetized so that you're actually going to break even on this, or if better yet, to even make a profit. But the fact of it is that you want to be putting on a list all that traffic that you're getting. All right, we're going to be talking about the nested squeeze page on a blog. This one is pretty easy. You take a blog, and maybe your blog is generating 100, maybe 200, maybe 300 visitors per day because you're cranking content out on a daily basis. And that's the key to really generating a lot of traffic on your blog, is to make sure that you're cranking out a lot of good key-rich content on that blog. Don't expect a lot of traffic generation if you're just putting out content once a month, once every other month. Maybe you put one on 6 months ago, and I'm talking about on a good weekly basis, a couple times a week or whatever, adding some good relevant content to it. Even if you don't try to target certain keywords on your site, it's pretty easy to start generating 200 or 300 visitors per day just by cranking out content and ranking for it in long tail keyword search terms without even trying to, and actually just doing this. I've seen a lot of people start up blogs and really started generating some good content or some good traffic just by continually and being consistent at putting good content on that blog. So what you do is you take your squeeze page in your niche and you nest it in the top and center of that blog. So before they actually see the blog site at the top of the page, they should see your squeeze page as it is. You can nest it up there using an image and an opt-in box if you want. That's if you don't want to test, to the rest of the squeeze page to interfere with any of your other on-page SEO that's happening. You'll be surprised at the opt-in rate you can get from that. So let's say your site isn't really an interactive site as much as you want it to be, because it's really difficult to get a site with a lot of interactivity on them. So maybe your site just has a lot of traffic coming to it. It doesn't really have people interacting, so it doesn't really matter if you put your squeeze page on up there or not. One of the best ways to generate leads from a blog is to nest a squeeze page front and center. Another way is to use Robert Plank's WordPress plugins. One of them is called Action Opt-in. That's Action Opt-in. This is where you can put an opt-in bar on your sidebar that you can opt into. These are scripts that plugins that you're going to be using. Once they opt into it, the form will disappear and say thanks for subscribing, and it will keep people on the blog that they're on. Another one is Action Pop-up. That's Action Pop-up, which is a fade-in window that fades into your site and asks for the opt-in there in exchange for a freebie or whatever you're offering. And the other one is Action Comments, which is where if someone comments on your blog, they check a checkbox and it automatically subscribes them to your list. Now you can get all three, I believe, in one purchase from Robert Plank if you go to actionoptin.com or search on Google for Action Opt-in. And one of the best things about it is that he's always updating these plugins for you. So, if these would be great ways and stuff for you to use this method, is to use like Action Opt-in, Action Pop-up, or Action Comments. All right, another way to generate leads virally is by using a tell a friend script. These are another thing that used to be very, very popular, kind of faded away a little bit, and I've seen them coming back quite a bit. It's one of those things where it got way overused. They weren't used correctly and stuff, so they kind of faded away, but I've noticed that a lot of them are coming back out and stuff, and a lot of affiliates are putting them in as affiliate tools and stuff again. So a great one is tell a friend scripts. Now, I think you have to be careful not to let others abuse your tell a friend script, because they can go spamming the internet. But I think the best practice for using a tell a friend script is to have one on your download page for your freebie that you just give away. So basically, when somebody opts into your to that freebie that you just gave away, put on there, on that download page, one of these tell a friend scripts. It will say, I'll give you this extra bonus if you go tell 5 friends about this or 10 friends about this. So there will be a little form that they have to fill out, and they'll type in 5 different email addresses, for example, of their friends. And when they hit submit, it will send out a message to all their friends from them, which tells them to go and check out your squeeze page, basically. It's a really good traffic because they're endorsing you in a way. And we talked about how endorsing is a very good way. It's a lot of times it will convert a little bit better when it's coming from an endorsement. They are friends of friends recommending you to other friends to your site, which is better than running an ad on some site where no one knows you at all. No authority is being transferred to you, or no trust is being transferred to you. So this way, it's actually by endorsing you, it's giving you a little bit of that trust factor. It's giving you a little bit of authority because, think about it. When you go out and you find something you like and then you go tell your friends, they're more likely to go check it out and opt into it on your endorsement because you endorsed a certain product and stuff, because they trust you a little bit more than they're going to trust the product owner. So you may be able to get really good leads by doing so. Mike Filsaime has a Tell a Friend script, and there are other ones out there on the market that you can search for in Google by searching for Tell a Friend scripts. And that's all you got to do is just go out to Google and search for Tell a Friend scripts, and you'll find them out there. Now, I have a feeling those will be on the rise in the future. Again, like I said, those are one of those tactics that were used a lot of years ago, and you don't see them as much anymore. But I think they will be emerging again. I've started seeing them, a little bit more often now, especially when people start using them in a way that makes the person who's sending out a Tell a Friend script use their own email server to mail out a Tell a Friend invitation. That way they can avoid spam troubles altogether. The worst way to use a Tell a Friend script is if you're telling people to send out one of their affiliate links and they're an affiliate for you, because then they may spam your site a lot because they're trying to make money. They may get excited, and they might be spammers, or they might just get a little too excited and start sending it out to everybody and everyone that they can find, thinking that they're going to make $1 million overnight. So you got to be careful how you use these Tell a Friend scripts and stuff, because they can come across as being kind of spammy and stuff. If you get some people that are just a little bit excited about things and just start popping those things out, to blasting them out to their whole email list or something. So, all right. Next, we're going to be talking about integrated cross promotions. Integrated cross promotions. I think it was Mark Joyner that coined the term integrated marketing. Well, integrated cross promotions are different kinds of cross promotions that you have with your joint venture partners, that other than ad swaps, click banking, or anything like JV giveaways. I really like the integrated cross promotions. These are different because these are integrated into your marketing on autopilot. So you need to think about the different parts of your marketing system that you can integrate some kind of joint venture link to. For example, on your download page, we've talked about this method here before, but on your download page, you might have a banner that leads to one of your JV partners' squeeze pages, and they have the same for you on their download page. So you can see how you just cross promoted. That would be an example of an integrated cross promotion. So instead of monetizing that part of your download page with an offer, what you'll do is do an integrated cross promotion with one of your joint venture partners. Another way is to cross promote your joint venture partners in your follow-up series. So in your email follow-up series, maybe your 5th email in the follow-up series, for example, will promote their squeeze page, and their 5th email in their follow-up series will promote your squeeze page. So you can see how this is integrating, between the two joint venture partners. Basically, you're saying, I will place an ad of some sort. I will send an email out of some sort, advertising, sending them to your list, if you will do the same, sending them to my list. So say on our download pages, we're going to put an ad for each other, and then we're going to be, so every time somebody comes to our download page, they get the ad for our JV partner, and the vice versa, or so you can see how this is going to cross promote and really do a good job of list building for you. So instead of monetizing that part of your download page with an offer, all you'll do is an integrated cross promotion with one of your joint venture partners and stuff. I guess we were talking about follow-up series here and stuff. So in your email follow-up series, you just are, all you're doing is just adding in that email somewhere in the series. I think we said the 5th series or whatever. It could be 6, it could be 7. You might have one JV partner would be 5, maybe the 8th one is for another JV partner, then they're adding it into their 8th. You can do several of them in a row. Another way is through your PSs of your emails that you send out. So when you're sending out an email to your list, you can make a deal with one of your joint venture partners to always promote their squeeze page in their PS, and they have to do the same for you. That's one way to do it. Now think about the power of integrated cross promotion. You're generating subscribers on autopilot by doing this. You can add tons per day to your list or more, all on autopilot, by doing this with a set of joint venture partners, or if you want, you can just do it with one. But just think about this. Let's say that you have 10 joint venture partners and you're going to be integrated. You're going to do the integrated joint venture cross promotions with your follow-up email series. Say all 10 of you in all 10 of your list follow-up series emails. You all promote each other while visitors would be flying all over the place and going into your list if you do that. So basically, you've got visitors that are coming from all sorts of places now. You've got them going to your squeeze pages and they're coming from 10 different marketers that are out there. Maybe they're all 10 of these marketers got in their emails a PS for you that is sending them to your squeeze page. Or all 10 of these marketers have a download page that are sending them to you, and you're sending them to these different people. In your follow-up series, you got 10 different marketers that you're promoting through your follow-up series, and they're promoting you in the same place in their follow-up series. You're all cross-promoting. This is probably one of my very favorite methods to use. It's very easy because once you set it up, all you're doing is driving traffic to make sure that you're getting them into your follow-up messages, sending these emails out, getting people to your download pages and stuff. And like just on autopilot, you're doing some good list building. The next one we want to talk about is viral PDF reports. That's viral PDF reports. So let's say you write a little report that can be 2 to 5 pages long. As long as it's rock solid content, it's going to be for free. So but you want to make sure that it's really, really good content. You can create a PDF report out of it. Inside the PDF report, you want to say that this is free to distribute. So inside this free rock solid content report, you're going to have some words that say, this report is free to distribute, and it's going to be in PDF form so that somebody can't go changing things around. Also inside the PDF report, you want to have a link at the end that leads to your squeeze page or an entire ad that leads to your squeeze page. What I found in the past is that other people start using my reports to build their list with, and so they would actually give my reports away to their squeeze pages and would generate those subscribers under my list. The ones who actually read the report, then they click through at the end. The ones who read the report and click through to the end and discovered you that way end up being some of the highest quality leads that you can get because they've just read one of your reports and they click through at the end to get your freebie, and now you've got them on your list. This is a really good good method to use. You're basically sending out a report. It's free. You're telling them to distribute it. You're telling them to give it away. So a lot of people will even set up some squeeze pages, say, here's a squeeze page template with bullet points and everything else that you can set up, and you can give away this report on that squeeze page. All you have to do is drive traffic to it. So they'll set up that squeeze page. They're now giving away your report. They can't change it. Inside that, there's a link to your squeeze page, or maybe an ad at the report that says, for more information on this or on stuff, just add in your name and email, give them some good benefits or whatever that they're going to be receiving from the new content that they're going to get. They opt in, and now they're on your list. If you're not sure how to do this, you can go to a place like Open Office Online, and you can just type into Google Open Office and download Open Office Writer. You're going to open up Open Office Writer, and you're going to write your report. It's kind of like Microsoft Word. So if you have Microsoft Word, you're not going to need this. You can make sure you just use your Microsoft Word that you already have. But if you don't, you can use Open Office Writer. Then you're going to click File and Export as a PDF. Now, once you do that, you have a PDF that you can now give away, and you have a clickable link inside the PDF that will become part of your viral report. It's a little different than a rebrandable report. Now, if you have your own affiliate program, you can give affiliates a way to give cool content to their list and to promote you at the same time by offering a viral, brandable, rewritable report. This is a little bit different, a little bit more simplistic. And if you give enough of these reports away that are viral reports, you may see them circulating all over the place and generating leads from all over the internet. I get a lot of times where I'll be like, where in the world is this traffic coming from? And when I kind of go back and do a little bit of checking on it stuff, Notice that it's still coming from reports that are out there that have been out there for 3-4 years and stuff now that are still circulating. People are still circulating around. And if you do a good job of putting in good evergreen content that people can use and that doesn't ever get old and stuff, these things will circulate around for years. All right, this is another one of my favorites. It's called affiliate list cross promotions. That's affiliate list cross promotion. Using affiliate list cross promotions, this is a very simple method to use. So let's say you have your own offer on Rapid Action Profits and you've built your own affiliate list. So that means you have a list of affiliates that promote your products for you. Well, what you do is you go to another product owner who have affiliate list and you say, I will tell my affiliate list about your affiliate program if you will do the same for yours. So you can see that this method's really going to work only if you've got your own products, you've got your own affiliates and stuff on there. So this is going to be one that you're not going to want to start out using right away because you're not, unless you have your own product and own affiliates, you're not going to be able to do this. So basically, you can pick up some really good affiliates this way, though. They might pick up a few, and once you pick up affiliates, that means more traffic heading into your paid offer, which means more people on your list of high quality. This is one of those tactics that kind of make you want to slap yourself in the head. There's really not a lot to this. It's basically once you have a product, once you have an affiliate program set up, you're basically finding other product owners that have affiliate lists. In the internet marketing world, you can find these people all over, these bigger product owners and stuff. They all have lists. There's some that are smaller that have lists of affiliates and stuff. And you're basically saying, here's my list of affiliates that I'm going to tell about your offer. If you will do the same, send to your list of affiliates to my offer. And what you're doing is you're sending them to a squeeze page. So those affiliates are opting in, and now you have a list of affiliates. So not only are you building lists of subscribers and hot buyers, you also can build lists of affiliates because now you have these affiliates there at all times. You can contact them whenever you have another product launch. You're not continually searching for affiliates. So this is a good way. There's several different lists that you can build. It's not just, cut and dry. I have to build a list of subscribers that I can email, and try to get them to buy. A lot of times your affiliates will buy your products as well, but basically what you've got them there is a list of people that can send you traffic down the road. One of my very, very, very favorite is to launch your own product with JV Partners. This is probably the #1 way to grow your list. And I know you've heard this one before. You might not be at this stage yet. This is another one that's going to be a little bit advanced, but don't let it scare you away. And I recommend that you start working toward this right away. But it's to have your own product and launch it with JV Partners because it is the #1 way to grow your list. When I got started, this is how I built my list and had over 10,000 subscribers in 1 week. And that's what's possible if you really go about this the right way. Basically, you find someone with a strong targeted list. For their list, you give them profits. So basically, you're saying, you send your traffic to my sales page. If you make a sale, I'm going to give you profit. I'm going to give you 75% commission. I'm going to give you 100% commission, whatever you set. You make less profit, but you now have a list of qualified buyers. This is something that is really, really, I can't stress the importance of that you need to get to because this really is going to grow your list the fastest. Creating and launching your own product can be one of the most rewarding and challenging things that you can ever do. If you execute this correctly, the rewards and the benefits can be massive. But if you unexecute correctly, the letdown can be overwhelmingly devastating. That second one that I just said is probably what happens the most. People, they try it, they don't do it properly, and they're let down, and they're just like, man, that's supposed to be the best way to do this. I just tried this, and they they don't make any sales. Maybe they generate 1 or 2 sales. They don't grow any kind of list at all. Maybe they did it in a way that they missed out on tons of the traffic that left their page that didn't buy. It just didn't work like it's said that it should. So you've got to make sure that you execute your product launches correctly. And we're not going to be getting into how to do correct product launches and all of that tonight and stuff, but you got to learn how to do them correctly, because if you do them correctly, you're going to really reap the benefits. Build your launch up into an event and make a story of it. Don't just grab a product, send it out there, and hope that things do well. Really build the launch up. Get a lot of buzz going around. Make a story out of it. You've seen a lot of products launches and stuff where a lot of times you'll see them coming for a month where they're building up this story and talking about this person and how they got started and what they're doing now, and telling their story throughout this, connecting to you, and you're starting to say, that sounds a lot like me, and you're curious, you're interested, and as the story kind of fleshes out and stuff, you get more curious, and the buzz starts, and you see other people talking about it and stuff. So really make it an event. If you want to do a product launch right, you really make it a big event. You need to catch people's attention and then give them a reason why. So basically, that's all it is. You're catching people's attention with your product launch coming up, and then give them a reason why they should buy. Set a date and time when all your JV partners will launch together with a big bang. Now, we're talking about the bigger product launches here. We're not talking about a small one right now. We're talking about when you get a bunch of affiliates, a bunch of JV partners, you've built this thing up, and it's basically, it's like the second Tuesday of the third month or whatever in the year or whatever, wherever you set it or whatever. This is when we're going to launch. We're going to launch it at noon. Everybody sends out, and you got all of this traffic coming to your page all at once. For a product launch, a lot of it comes down to marketing psychology of the launch process. You need to gain that trust and recognition factor. One of the things that that you're going to have here when you have JV partners, remember, is that they are actually going to be helping you build that trust and transferring some of that authority. You need to have real proof. So make sure that we're talking about big product launches here again. Make sure that you got real proof that this product is working, that other people are able to get results from your product. You need that social proof that other people are using this, other people are making this work. You need to have scarcity. You need to be telling stories throughout the product launch. You need to build your list with product launches, and there's more than just one list that you can buy, because a lot of people will capitalize on that, building a list off the sales that come in, and they miss out on a lot of other opportunities. Many people will do a big product launch, and let's say they make, just for an example, 500 sales. And for a big launch, that's really low, but let's say they made 500 sales. But yet the traffic that came to this page were thousands and thousands and thousands. Let's say you've got 20 big JV partners that were sending out to their lists, and some of these lists were in the hundreds of thousands, or 10,000 or 50,000 or whatever, and they're sending to all this list. You got all this traffic and you make 500 sales. Well, what about the rest of the people that just showed up to your page that didn't buy? You got to make sure that you're going to get them on your list somehow. 4 ways to build your list through a product launch. One is the pre-notification list. This is a list of potential customers. They're not necessarily customers yet. They're just saying, they're opting in, saying, I'm interested in what you've got going on. I want to hear more. So you get people to raise their hands up early. You create a sub list of people that are more likely to buy. You can send specific messages to these people and make them feel like they are among the elite. So basically, you're telling these people, once they get on the list, how special they are. You're building them up. You're lifting them up and really telling them, you guys are the elite. You're taking action right now and stuff, and I'm going to reward you or whatever. They will be the first to know when the sales page is live and have the first opportunity to get in on your limited offer. Sometimes people will even have they'll send out to this pre-notification list and maybe give them a discount just because they opt in early. But people like to feel that they're being treated special and getting something that others are not. Some more benefits of doing the pre-notification list are you start building relationships with them. So they're starting to get to know you. You can pre-sell your offer before it even comes out. So you're telling these people that sign in a little bit more about your offer than what others are going to get, just specifically from the sales page. Not all of them are going to buy during your product launch. So let's say you've had 10,000, well, let's do a lower, more, let's say you got 500 people that opt in. Out of those, you might only get 10% of them that actually buy the product on launch day or whatever through this. But you now have an opportunity, because they're on that list, to follow up with them after the launch or all through the launch to really build them up. And talking to these people, it's like, man, you can't understand what you're missing out on and stuff. All of these sales that are coming in, this is what's going on. This is what people are saying about the product. So they're now on your list. You can now communicate them. You didn't lose that traffic that you would have if you would have just let them show up to your sales page. And now a lot of people will use this method, and then there's some that feel that this is just basically list building for someone else, and a lot of JV partners will not send out to a pre-notification list. The next one is a buyer's list that you can make in your product launch. That's kind of, self-explanatory, but capture a list of qualified buyers that buy your product from the product launch. These are the people that come in and say yes. They click on the buy now, they go through the whole thing, and they actually buy the product that you have. You can capture, you're going to capture JV traffic that's coming to them. Not only the traffic that you're sending to that or getting, you're also going to get all the JV traffic that's coming through this. You're going to get natural traffic. You're going to have your own efforts. You're going to segregate these to a buyer's list. And that's one of the things that you need to really specifically look at, is these people are going to be buyers. You don't want to start pre-selling them later through your follow-up message on the same product that you just bought. You want to start leading them into a sales funnel. So what you're going to do when they show up and buy, you've seen it many times where they've shown up. Once they purchase, they're sent to a page that says, "Thank you for purchasing. Where can I send your product?" So they have to enter their name and email. This is a specific list that identifies that person as a buyer now. And this is very important. A lot of people will just put everybody on a list and they don't know who bought, they don't know who hasn't bought. That is not a good way to go about it. You need to do list segregation. You don't have to go, into this like in a massive way and stuff. You can just set up like 2 or 3 different lists. Maybe you've got people that have that bought the front end. Maybe you got the people that didn't take your offer and they maybe opt into a free offer. Maybe they took your offer plus they took the one-time offer. You're going to want to put them on another list, because if they don't buy the list, if you got them on the buyer's list and they don't buy your one-time offer, that might be where your follow-up goes to, is trying to get them to buy the one-time offer again. A lot of people won't do that because it is only one time that you're going to do it. So you might want to call that your special offer. So again, it's a little bit easier to say, hey, remember that special offer that I sent to them. You can also add follow-up series that will go specifically for your buyers, that is going to lead them into your product funnel instead of hitting them again with an offer that they just bought. A lot of people make that mistake, throwing them on a list, and then they're constantly beating them through a couple of weeks of follow-up messages talking about the product that they just bought, trying to get them to go back to the sales page. And what happens is those people get sick of it and they basically unsubscribe, because you're not building that relationship. You're not giving them what they want now. You're giving them something that they already got. Another list to get them on is your freebie seekers list. Capturing the name and emails of those that did not buy your offer. Using a pop-up or an exit pop-up script on your sales page is a great way to do this. Adding an opt-in form to the bottom of your sales form is a great way to do this. So basically what's happening, the people that are saying, no, I don't want this offer, they go to leave your page, and here comes that pop-up, here comes that exit pop or whatever it is. It says, okay, maybe you didn't want to buy. This is a great way that you can maybe give them a discount offer, maybe $10 off. And if they're saying no to that, say, hey, what about a free offer? I've got this offer that I can give you for free right now. It'll kind of get you started. It's not going to be as good as the product and stuff, but it'll really help you out, give them the benefits and stuff, and at least give them an offer to get onto your list. A lot of people miss this. They're only after buyers, and this is critical that you get this list. You might end up with 1,000 buyers, and you might end up with 7,000 or 8,000 people that just took your free offer right here. But that's critical because now you've got an opportunity to start building relationships with those people through your follow-up message and stuff. So you can set up your follow-up message to pre-sell a little bit better the offer that they just said no to. But you know what they took. You know they didn't buy your product. You know they took your free offer and they still can buy this. So your free offer goes very well with your offer that they said no to. And they can say, wow, you know, this guy's really got some good content here. This is really good. Maybe I should go back and buy this list or buy this product that they had. So it's a good opportunity to build those relationships, to build that trust, to do some more pre-selling and actually get them to buy. All right, another one is to get a JV partner list like we were talking about, because it's very important to do this. Get your JV partners, when they say that they want to promote, send them to something like a JV blog or some kind of a squeeze page to sign up to make sure that they're getting all your information. This is really something that you want to do. You have a list of potential future JV partners right at hand, so you don't got to go looking for them next time. You keep JV partners informed of the launch process, so once they've opted in, before they promote, now you can let them know what's going on through the launch process. Instead of doing one single email to each one of these people, you can just, you know, send out a blast to your whole JV partner list and stuff to let them know what's going on. You can, if you have a JV contest, you can keep your JV partners informed of the contests and updates and stuff. Kind of keep them motivated and excited and pushing for things. Keep them, let them know about what kind of conversions that you're getting and what you're doing to work on conversions to help them even make better sales. You can get the contact information so that when the next launch that you have and stuff, you've got them there, you know, so that you don't got to contact. And you can build ongoing JV relationships so that you can stay in touch with these guys, build these ongoing relationships so that they know that you're not just this one-hit wonder and you came in and then you're never heard from again. That you're here, you mean business, you want to work with them, you're interested in what they're doing, you're keeping them interested in what you're doing, letting them always know what's going on in your business and stuff so that they're excited right along with you. There's several different lists that you can do, and this is just a little bit of what you can do through a product launch. There's several different lists that you can get them on, like when we're doing list segregation and stuff through your product launch, like we were just talking about a little ways ago. You can make this as complex as you want or as simple as you want, but make sure that you're at least getting these people during any kind of product launch onto your list. All right, if you want to just do a small product launch without JVs, so you don't got a lot of JV partners, but you've got let's say you've got a good product, you can do what is called a Warrior Special Offer or a WSO. WSO's offers have made and continue to make small and large fortunes. People have used this section of the forum to launch $20,000 a month businesses. Believe it or not, that's a fact. There's been people that, you know, make a easy six-figure every year just by doing Warrior Special Offers. There's several people that will do these just a kind of a supplemental income where they'll make $3,000, $4,000 every single month. Treat it like gold because that's exactly what it can be for you if you do these things right. A Warrior Special Offer means the price you give must be better than the price that the public at large can get. This is something that you have to do. It's an offer specifically for the Warrior members that are part of the warriorforum.com. These guys expect a better offer. So if you have a sales page that's always going on and say your product is 37, the offer that you give these guys better be a whole lot better than that $37. You're just going to have to expect that. They expect that, and you're going to have to follow those kind of rules. For success, find a WSO that looks like it went well and use that as a model for yours. So just sign up for the Warrior Forum. Go to warriorforum.com, sign up, and go watch some of these WSOs that are taking place. A good way to tell if something's going on is to watch the comments that are coming on, coming in over any given WSO. You're gonna, be able to tell right away if somebody's really happy with the launch that's going on, or if they're not, because Warrior members do not give an inch to anybody. I mean, these guys, if things aren't going well, they're going to let you know. You're going to be able to tell when things are really going well. And when you see something that's going really well, follow that pattern after that. Make that a model. Look at their sales page. What's going on? What kind of price point did they do? What kind of product did they have offered in there? What kind of content did they offer? Was it video? Was it ebooks? Really look at the overall model that was used for a successful WSO, and you use that model yourself. That's the best training that you can get, is just to hang out and watch and see how things go before you actually do one of these of your own. Give people interested in your offer as much info about your product as possible, as they will need it to make a decision. This helps you, the buyer, and the moderators that are in there. So it's not so much all about your sales page in here. You still want to have some good converting sales page content and stuff, good copy and stuff on there, but it's not quite as important in there. What's more important here doing a WSO is that you give as much info about your product as you possibly can. Really give a lot of benefits and stuff that are there, because you really you're basically helping them make their decision here. Important, become a contributing member here before trying to post a WSO. People with 0 posts on the main board don't get approved for WSOs. What do you got to do? You got to get into the Warrior, into the Warrior Forum, really start making a name for yourself, really get, start building some trust into this particular market and stuff. And because if they see you as somebody new, you're going to really be under the microscope here. Make sure that you get in there and make a good name for yourself in here, because once you do, you're going to find that it's a lot easier. For heaven's sakes, once you get a WSO launched, make sure that you have a good product. Make sure it is good, solid content, because like I said, these guys don't give an inch, and they're going to plaster it all over the Warrior Forum. Somebody will start a thread, sure as I'm sitting here talking, they're going to start a thread and start talking about, hey, did you buy this product? What's your thoughts about it? Or if somebody didn't like it, they're going to let you know. So you need to stay on top of your WSO. Don't just set it and forget it. You make sure that you stay on top of things, and that you're always moderating and monitoring your WSO, so that you can be making sure that things are really going slow, because a WSO can really make a difference, or it can really mess things up for you. So be careful using them, but they're a great way to add a lot of income. And especially if you don't have a lot of JV partners, this is a good way. And you can start meeting a lot of people to eventually get them on as JV partners when doing your bigger product launches. Another great place is, let's say, and this is a method, let's say that you own this PowerPoint training that you just watched. You turn this training into a PDF. At the end of the training, that maybe you do this a lot. Maybe you could even do this as a live training. So at the end of this training, you have a banner ad or something on here talking about something where you want to send people to a squeeze page to sign up. So maybe, as I'm talking here, you're seeing this last slide, and it's sending you to maybe a squeeze page that I set up, so that they could go in and opt in while you're talking to them, and getting them excited. Maybe you start talking a little bit more about the offer, but you're giving them a link to that they can go to, or you turn it into a PDF, and at the very end, after they read through your PowerPoint presentation or whatever that you maybe had to go along with a video training, and at the end there's a clickable link that sends them to your squeeze page. They just seen some awesome content, listen to the video training and stuff, and now there's a place in there that they can click that they basically are going to go to a squeeze page. Now what you do is you sell that, maybe you sell that product, and you get it into as many hands as possible. Everybody's got your PDF PowerPoint to go along with it, and at the end they get this. You could even do something about creating a product, giving it away, where they're going to you know, it's like, here's a great product, a video training course, has a PDF, PowerPoint for them to go along with it. Go ahead and give it to as many people as you want so you can get them eyes on it. So that's another good way that I just thought I would throw in here at the end here to make sure that that you're using every kind of method possible out there to start generating your list, because list building is huge. It makes or breaks your business. I can't stress it enough that if you're not list building right now, you have to get started with it. We've covered a lot of great methods of list building over these trainings and stuff. And some of them, if you don't have a lot of money or no money, you can get started using right away. Some of them are going to take a little bit of money. This didn't even cover probably half the different methods of list building and stuff over these couple trainings. There are several more that you can research and stuff, but these are some that are still working today that if you want to get started on, I would have no problem, you know, recommending that you start using. So by now you've learned that establishing and growing your email list is a requirement for having a successful online business. While it seems like an overwhelming task at first, take it step by step, using the methods outlined in this training. Build upon each success and refine your process for each activity that isn't as effective as you would have liked. By paying attention to your customers and their wants and needs, you'll soon have a thriving list of raving fans who love your business and are happy to spread the word for you. So basically, all you got to do is pay attention to what you're doing. You're going to see some things that maybe aren't as effective for you as you would like them. Maybe you can tweak them, or maybe you don't use that method after you've tried it long enough to give it a good test. You don't like that method and you move on to something different. A lot of people will just try a couple methods. This list building just isn't working and give up on it. If something doesn't work for you, try a different method, but give it a long enough time to make sure that it's something that is or isn't going to work for you. The most important thing to remember is to continue to take action. Your list won't grow on its own, and neither will your business. Consistency over time will pay off, so start where you are and keep planting seeds. You'll soon be reaping the rewards of your hard work. I cannot stress this enough. Just get going, and once you have something set up, don't just stop there. Continually be working on growing your list. Get it bigger and bigger and bigger all the time, and more responsive all the time, and that's where the rewards are really going to start paying off for all your hard work.